All right, another Tuesday, which means another episode of Pub Politics. Ric Garni here along with Wes Donahue on the Republican side, sometimes independent, apparently. Phil Bailey on the Democratic side as well. Since we last spoke, gentlemen, here on Pub Politics, the House Ethics Committee decided to move forward with the investigation of Governor Nikki Haley, even though it was a couple weeks ago they said there was nothing there. Wes, why the turnaround and why they wanted to do this?
Listen, I don't know. Can I throw something out real fast? Because
Absolutely.
Last week on this show, I made some comments on this subject, and then the Democrats actually clipped my comments.
You caused the firestorm.
Yeah, and sent them out as a fundraising email against Representative Joan Brady. Let me just throw this out here before we get into the subject. When I say something on this show or on our Pub Politics pub version, I'm doing so as Wesley Donahue and not the spokesman for the South Carolina Senate Republican Caucus or any of my clients, okay? These are my opinions, and I think what Phil says are his opinions too. Right. With that said, I just didn't agree with what Representative Brady did.
Sure.
And I don't agree with this investigation as a whole. I mean, listen, it kind of reminds me of the recall in Wisconsin with Scott Walker. When these guys get elected, just let them go and do their jobs instead of hounding them with recalls in Wisconsin, or in this case, investigations. Nikki Haley's doing an amazing job bringing in jobs. Let's let her do her job.
No, you're not suggesting a recall election,
no,
are you, Phil, here in South Carolina?
I am suggesting a full and complete investigation to see whether or not Nikki Haley broke the law. And that's not like we're going to be hounding her or anything. We're seeing whether or not she broke the law. And this investigation, I applaud the Ethics Committee for finally getting around to do it and deciding to do their job and investigate the governor.
How much do the Democrats raise off of Wes's comments?
I have to check in. But,
they better have been worth a lot.
It really wasn't my idea. I sat here, and if you recall, I agree with 100% of what Wes.
You predicted that she would lose in November, by the way.
I do. I still predict
stand
that.
by that prediction?
The House district here in Columbia will have a new representative with Beth Bernstein.
Oh, a long way to go. Well, not a long way to go until November. I guess it'll be here before you know it. But we've still got a couple of months to kind of to look over everything and make some predictions. By the way, we don't have a lot of time left in the State House, the General Assembly session. Technically, this is the last week, although we know they are coming back because they're going to have to finish the budget and things like that. But with so much left to do, how would you grade this session so far, guys? I mean, is it incomplete? Can you say that definitively what the most important accomplishments were?
I would give it an incomplete as of right now. In a couple of weeks we can discuss this again when they actually get through major pieces of legislation, when stuff is actually passed. Right now everything's still in limbo this week, and I still think it's going to be in limbo until they come back on the 19th. So I would grade it as an incomplete so far.
Listen, I would say it's an A for Republican leadership. I mean, we got that Department of Administration bill passed, the biggest piece of restructuring we've seen in 3 decades. Amazing. And then every other day it's a job announcement by Nikki Haley. I mean, that's not just a legislative issue, but just for this year, the number of jobs announcements we've seen have been incredible. So I got to applaud Governor Haley and the Republican administration. Also, we also got some of those Democratic stalls and roadblocks on every important piece of legislation. So I have to give them an A in stalling and roadblocking.
Well, you also look at the Republican leadership of the chaos that's ensued with this ballot fiasco, an attempt to fix it, which went right down the drain.
Because you guys broke, because y'all blocked it.
The ineptitude of Republican leadership.
Every single Democrat stood together to block the bill. How's that a Republican issue?
Let's see what bills actually get signed into law before you start making judgments.
All right, so you say incomplete, you say A for the Republicans.
That's right.
I just happen to be factual when I say that.
Okay, well, we still got a couple days left. Thursday's the last day, technically, but they will come back to do the budget and things like that. Speaking of the last day of the session, big Pub Politics pub version episode coming this week, guys.
We always like to do a big deal for the Side Die episode.
Yep.
It's gotten us in trouble in the past, and we'll try to keep it clean this week.
That's not going to happen.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. So 6 o'clock, we're doing it at the Hunter-Gatherer just down the street from the State House. Working on guests right now, but
Thursday night this week.
Thursday night,
the last day, and it's pubpoliticslive.com is the website to catch these guys, or every Tuesday night right here, Watch Fox News at 10. Guys, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
All right, back to you.